Did you spend 4 years of high school Spanish only to learn Donde está la biblioteca?
Have you spent countless hours crying over new grammar rules that just make no sense?
Have you seen this man and actually believe that you can shock natives only to realize you'll never be as good at your language as he is?
Have you or a loved one ever felt personally victimized by a particularly big green bird?
Well, you should try ChatGPT. It's a new AI tool that will help you learn a language fast, for free. Best part is, you don't need to have any real friends. Just like me. I spent the last 2 years trying to learn Spanish, and it's just not easy. I've used every single app, book, podcast, and a lot of it is great, honestly. But I've just never been able to find that one thing that's actually going to take me from zero to fluent in the language. And honestly, I don't really think it exists. But I've seen a lot of people online saying that ChatGPT actually could be that thing. But I haven't actually seen anybody test it out. Which is why, for the next 7 days, I'm going to learn Italian completely from scratch using nothing but ChatGPT. And at the end of the 7 days, I'm going to take a couple of tests just to gauge how much I actually learned. And give you guys my tips for how to accelerate your language learning using AI. So stay tuned. Vamos. Andiamo. So I chose Italian for this challenge because I've just always wanted to learn, and also because as of now, I speak literally zero Italian. The only word I can even think of off the top of my head is arrivederci, and I don't even really know what that means. So trust me when I tell you I'm starting from scratch. Throughout the week, I'm going to be trying different prompts in ChatGPT to try to figure out which technique's actually the best to learn language with it. But for now, I'm just going to let it teach me whatever it wants. So stay tuned. As you can probably tell, I'm just taking notes on all the basics in this little notebook. I like to just write things down over and over again so that I can memorize them, which is a little laborious, but it's always worked for me in school, so that's what I do for starting out a new language. But it's all coming from ChatGPT right here. Okay, I've learned some of the basic phrases that ChatGPT taught me. I'm gonna go test them out now. Buongiorno. Mi chiami Nathan. Buongiorno, Nathan. Ugh. Oh gosh, I don't know what he's saying. Piacere di conoscerti. No, I don't know what he's saying. Sto bene, grazie. E tu come stai? Yes, yeah, I know what that means. Okay, clearly I don't know very much, but I can introduce myself, which is a lot better than before, so I'd say pretty good start. Buongiorno. Learned a bunch of great simple words and phrases yesterday, so I'm super stoked about that. Today, I'm going to try to be more strategic. If you've watched as many language learning videos on YouTube as I have, you've probably heard of the Pareto principle, which is that 20% of the words that you learn are used in 80% of the conversations. So basically the idea is that if you just learn the 500 or 1,000 most common words, you're pretty much good for 90% of the conversations you'll have. So that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to ask ChatGPT the 100 most common words and try to learn those today, and then do another 100 or so tomorrow and see where that gets me. So after I delete this breakfast, we're getting back to work, baby. Fluency check. Oggi è il mio terzo giorno di apprendimento dell'italiano usando solo ChatGPT e sento che sto iniziando a diventare abbastanza fluente. Oh shoot. Just kidding, guys. I'm not actually that good at Italian yet.
Get pranked.
I don't even know if that was convincing at all or even impressive if it was. But I'm going to actually talk now off the dome and let you guys see what kind of level I've gotten in a few days. Sono degli Stati Uniti. Gioco a tennis, parlo inglese, spagnolo e ora un po' di italiano. Voglio imparare molte lingue nella mia vita. E mi piace gelato. So yeah, not amazing, but I feel like after a few days, I'm pretty proud of myself for that. It's a heck of a lot better than I started with. Now, I'm sure you couldn't tell, but my pronunciation is not the best so far, or at least I'm not very confident in it. That's because ChatGPT actually isn't very good for getting listening in, because I'm learning words by reading them on the ChatGPT screen, but beginners, you have to be able to listen to it over and over again to just have any clue how to say it, or else I'm just totally guessing. Now, ChatGPT does have a voice feature, but it's only on the app. It's not even on the website, which kind of sucks because I'd rather just use my computer for everything. It's kind of inconvenient having to do a little bit of both. So if you're a complete beginner, I'd probably recommend you don't just use ChatGPT like I'm trying to do. I would say probably use another resource along with, or maybe instead of ChatGPT. And once you're an intermediate, I think the voice feature will be good to be able to have conversations with the AI without having to like go out and find an actual person to talk to. So I'm gonna try that out in the next couple days and see how good it is. Una bella giornata. So here's something pretty cool that ChatGPT can do. I find reading to be a great way to learn vocab. That way it's in context and your brain remembers it easier. But lots of times it's not very easy to find like simple stories that you can actually understand. If you do, they're like graded readers that you have to pay for. But ChatGPT can just make it for free. As you can see, I asked it to include the 100 most common words and be in present tense, which makes it easier to understand. Hey guys, I'm with Kate. She's gonna film me try to talk to my boy, ChatGPT now. Not that I've...
It's me here.
Ciao, ChatGPT, come stai?
Ciao, sto bene, grazie. E tu come stai?
It's so fast.
Sto bene, grazie. E tu?
Sono contento che tu stia bene. Hai dei programmi speciali per oggi?
Dove il bagno?
I think I got that.
It sounds like you might need directions. Are you in a public place or at home?
Okay, I'm gonna start some conversation up. He got distracted. I don't know what he was talking about.
Idiot.
Cosa fai per divertirti?
Non c'è problema. Come posso aiutarti ancora?
No. Oh my gosh.
Va bene, se cambi idea, sono qui per aiutarti.
Why is he dumb? Or did
Okay.
he say the right thing?
I don't know. That didn't make any sense. No, what? That is not... Was I not talking clearly? I said, cosa fai per divertirti?
I don't know. Watch it back and see.
Cosa fai per divertirti? Okay, that ChatGPT was a freaking idiot. He was not understanding me, so I'm gonna try again. Cosa fai per divertirti?
Mi piace leggere, guardare film e fare passeggiate all'aria aperta. E tu qual è il tuo passatempo preferito?
See, I got that.
Yeah, I got that.
Gioco a tennis. Mi piace imparare lingue. Sì.
Che
Yes.
bello. Giocare a tennis è divertente e imparare una nuova lingua è sempre stimolante.
The video cut off, but you guys get the point. I mean, we were conversing, at least the second time. But yeah, I mean, that went pretty well, especially if I was better at Italian. I wish he didn't speak so fast that I couldn't understand
Yeah,
what he was saying.
he would totally be better if he was better at Italian. Like that
Yeah,
would.
literally-
That's so
literally.
true. That's so freaking true.
That seemed like a good way to practice speaking to me. You don't even need friends, guys.
No friends. No friends, Nathan. That's what they call him.
No. I didn't really think about how to finish that. No friends, Nathan. That's not what they really call me, because I have lots of friends. And if you're not ready to do all that speaking or listening, which honestly at this point I'm not really, you can have a conversation with ChatGPT just over the texting by typing to it, which I think is also a great method. So here's how I've been doing it. I use this prompt which says, I'm a beginner in Italian. Will you please role play as my Italian tutor by having a simple conversation with me while correcting my Italian? It kind of messed up initially. I've noticed ChatGPT does this kind of frequently. It just like has the conversation by itself, pretending to be me. Doesn't actually let me be a part of it. But I just ignored it and kept going. I asked it how it was, and then it responded, and then I kept the conversation going. And when I made a mistake right here, it actually did correct me, which is pretty sick. But it's not perfect. I started this sentence by saying anch'io, which means me too. But then ChatGPT said, hey Nathan, Your phrase is almost perfect, but just small error. Anch'io should be spelled with an apostrophe, as in ANCH''IO, which is it's exactly what I put the first time. But then it actually did correct my real error, which was this last sentence. So if you could just work out the kinks, I think this is a great method of learning how to speak and write. So yeah, sometimes ChatGPT is not the sharpest tool in the shed, but it seems to be pretty darn good at translating between English and Italian. But also, I would have no way of knowing because I don't actually speak Italian. If you do speak Italian, please take a look at it and let me know in the comments if it's totally been lying to me or like making a bunch of errors. Because like I said, I would have no idea, and I hope I'm not just learning like fake AI Italian as opposed to what people actually speak in real life. Okay guys, this is it. It's day 7. I've been studying every day for the past 7 days. Just like 30 minutes to an hour a day. Not like crazy. I haven't like locked myself in my room all week grinding out ChatGPT. But I'm going to take a test. I thought it'd be fun to take the Duolingo test just to see how much of it I can skip from just a week's worth of using ChatGPT. Let's get into it, baby. Sorry, I actually put my camera right next to the computer, and the fan was so loud that we can't use any of this footage live until here where I switch back. Oh wait, is that really wrong? I mean, I just put often in a different place. Maybe it matters in Italian. It doesn't matter in English.
La mia vicina è di Ginevra.
Okay, shoot. Let's see what it tells me. Test complete. Okay, I don't care about any of this. Okay, I'm still in the A1. I mean, I passed the first section. I thought I was gonna like test my level and see. So maybe I didn't do the right thing. Okay, so it turns out you really can't just like take a placement test and have it skip you to your level. You can only go section by section. So I could just like keep going, testing, see how far it gets, but that's gonna take forever. But I mean, I did skip all of this, which I feel like would have taken me at least all week. So we know ChatGPT is at least working as well as Duolingo would have. But I went online and I looked up this A2 level test. And if you don't know, A2 is like kind of the level 1 above beginner, where you kind of can get by, you know, simple phrases, can hold a simple conversation. But I don't think I did well. I was totally guessing on like probably more than half of the questions. But okay. Ciao Nathan, congratulazioni per aver superato il nostro test gratuito di italiano. You know what's bad when I don't even really know what it's saying. Why didn't it tell me in English? It looks to me like it says congratulations for passing our free test of Italian, but I got a 4 out of 12, so no, I definitely did not pass. I needed a 7 out of 12. I got that question right, that one. Wrong. Yeah, this was like the one that I was certain that I got right. So I got 4 out of 12. That's like 33%, almost half of them. So definitely did not get A2 level, but I still think I learned a lot. I mean, 4 out of 12 is not so bad, although they were all multiple choice, and they only had 4 options, so I was pretty much guaranteed to get at least like 2 or 3 right. I did awful. But at least I had fun. Okay, guys, I know I didn't become fluent in Italian in 7 days or anything, but I learned a lot, and honestly, I'm super glad that I did it. Nothing's ever going to be like moving to another country, immersing yourself in the culture, or even getting like a one-on-one tutor in the language. But I know that's expensive and impractical for most people, so if you can't do that, you can learn a language. There's so many different free apps, YouTube channels, podcasts that you can use, and as long as you stay consistent and enjoy the process, you will learn. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You don't have to travel to another country. It's just going to take a long time, but really don't get discouraged, guys. It is totally worth the time and the effort. Diversity, different cultures is one of the greatest gifts that God's given us on this earth. And I believe that there's no better way to experience that than learning somebody else's language. So if that's something you're interested in at all, I encourage you guys to just start, just give it a try, and you will make progress. You'll be glad you did it. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.